1811 4000। यही कंज्यूमर हेल्पलाइन।
जागो ग्राहक जागो।
Good morning and a warm welcome to NewsX. I'm Akash Stoney, but let's start talking about the buyers in Noida and Greater Noida. They are a worried lot. They were hoping for getting their dream homes, but more judgments are expected to come on land acquisition, and they're getting blow after blow every time. The buyers are worried also because yesterday also, the Allahabad High Court quashed the state's notifications acquiring 589 hectares of farmland in Greater Noida. This has further triggered panic among home buyers in Noida Extension. The land in question will now have to be returned by the builders to the Greater Noida Authority, which will then hand it over to the original owners. The Greater Noida Authority is considering approaching the Supreme Court over this issue. And let's go across to Mr. Kuntal, who is a buyer. Kuntal, can you please tell us what are the problems you're facing?
See, we have booked 1 year back from Panchil Green, and we have invested around 13 lakhs of rupees. And now there is a question of getting the house. I mean, the High Court has ordered.
Yes, we can hear you. I think there's a problem with that line. But let's also try and go across to Ridhima, our correspondent, right now. And she's with us. Ridhima, do you have any buyers with you out there?
Well, at the moment, Akash, I'm standing at the Patwari village, and there are in fact, a lot of villagers who came in this area who were trying to express how relieved they are that the land has been given off to them. But I did come across a consumer here who had purchased, one of the apartments in this one particular project, which is a super tech and which is in question. And after yesterday's order, this one particular project will have to shut down, and this one land will be given back to the farmers. And he shared his grief, considering that he had in fact bought up close to about 14 to 15 lakhs, 2 BHK, and he has no other place to go, and he was completely in misery. So you can clearly, in fact, you heard from the other consumer also the kind of problems which they are facing, and even if the assurances are coming in from the other side, that is the builders, that their money will be returned back with interest, and even when it comes to that other option of them shifting to another project. All this is not assuring the consumer at the moment, Akash, because they are very scared that even if another allotment is given to them in this one particular area, there are many petitions that have been filed in the Allahabad High Court. There are many orders which will be coming out, like you mentioned, one in today, and there are various others orders expected in the coming days. So you might not know those lands will be in question, and you might not know whether those lands will be given back to the farmers, and the projects will have to be shut down there as well, Akash.
Mayawati has acted against two of her officials, but very half-heartedly, and they still hold other posts as well. They were the Noida CEO as well as the chairman, the authority chairman and the CEO, but they are still holding other posts as well. So Mayawati is going to find it very difficult to answer these questions, isn't it?
Clearly, Akash, the Mayawati government is the sole body which is in question at the moment, and by taking such a mere action, and even that after the second order when it came out from Allahabad High Court yesterday, that's when she took an action, and she just merely demoted these employees, not even completely sacked them. In fact, Mr. Raman, who is the CEO of Greater Noida Authority, he has been demoted, but he still holds the post of chairperson of the Noida region. So showing such kind of action, I mean, mean, taking up such action and demoting employees is not the way out, Akash. There has to be strong action that has to be taken against this entire authority, because like we pointed out earlier that you know, our sources have told us that Greater Noida Authority has also allotted close to 4,000 residential complexes in various such areas which are in question. So it's just not the buyer, the investors that are in question. It completely raises great concerns, and with the picture emerging out by
Ridhima, also with the sources giving this kind of information that the Greater Noida Authority also gave something like 4,500 residential plots themselves, that is also going to get land straight at Mayawati's door, isn't it? Because so far it was said that the builders might have duped the buyers. But in this case, there was a direct interface between the Greater Noida Authority and the buyers.
Rightly said, Akash. That's what I was trying to, bring out, that the picture which now is emerging out, that it was just not the private builders which are to be blamed, because the consumers are thinking that, the transparent, there was no transparent deals in between them, and whereas the builders in defense are saying that the Greater Noida Authority and their deals were not transparent. But with this piece of information coming out and saying that it was the Greater Noida Authority which had allotted this plot of land, it raises huge concern and a finger which again points out directly at Greater Noida Authority, not only just to give away the land to private builders and completely changing the land which was meant for industrial use to, converting the land into residential complexes for privatization.
Ridhima, just stay with us, because let's listen to the buyers also. Now, so what is it next for the buyers? They will get a full refund, that's what they've been promised at least, if they prefer to withdraw. The bidders will have to refund the investor with interest. Investors will also be offered the option to relocate. Now, this is what is going to happen in an ideal world, but the buyers are very worried right now. Let's listen to one more of the buyers, Ravi Garg.
See, it's a very great disappointment for not just me, but the whole 1 lakh buyers of Noida Extension area. Now, there is no affected or unaffected area demarcation. The whole of Noida Extension is impacted. The thing is, we just want the safety of our investments, and at this stage, I want the culprits to be pointed out and should be punished.
And joining us now on the phone line is Mr. Sriram Khanna. Mr. Khanna, tell me, what do you expect now? Because more judgments are expected, not only one today, but in the coming day, you have some more judgments coming from the court. What are you requesting the courts at the moment so that the buyer's case can also be seen in a sympathetic manner by the courts?
You see, it is very clear in the Supreme Court, in its original judgment, striking down the acquisition of land by the Greater Noida Authority, said that the process followed was ultra vires and they could not have done so. Now that Supreme Court judgment is binding on the Allahabad High Court and is binding on all high courts of the country, because under the Constitution, an interpretation given by the Supreme Court to a certain provision of law is final. That is why it is called the Supreme Court. Now any party from that region or other regions of the country which goes to the High Court asking for setting aside of acquisition of land is likely to succeed, as we have seen in the last few days, and as we will see in the next few weeks when more and more such petitions land up in the different high courts. Therefore, but also I must point out that the Supreme Court in its judgment has already mentioned that the investors should be returned their money. So the money that the investors have given to the builders have to return. Now the builders went into it for profit, and in this case it is quite apparent that there was a nexus between the builders and the officials of the Greater Noida Authority, and the grapevine has it that not a single plot in this whole region was allotted without payment of bribes to officials within the UP government as well as officials of the Greater Noida Authority.
Now that is something certainly that Mr. Khanna, that Mayawati government will have to answer. We want to request you, to just stay on and listen to what the builders have to say, and then we'll come back to your comments.
Okay, we have already announced, we have given the options, the 2-3 options, whether he take the money back or he can shift in the other project.
So, but this is also a time for the builder where you're facing a lot of crunch in other villages also. There might be projects which are announced to be invalid. In that sense, do you think it will be a big hit on investor confidence as well?
And definitely it's a big hit for the investor, but we are taking the confidence of our customer at all.
So what about the other projects in different villages? Will you be going ahead with it, or will you be appealing against this order in higher courts?
Right now we cannot tell you anything for the other projects, but this problem with these two villages. One is Patwari and the other is Saberi.
Let's go across to Mr. Sriram Khanna now. Mr. Khanna, do you think that the buyers would be sort of at least reassured that the buyers are saying, that the builders are saying that they will get their money back if they want? Or do you think these are promises which are very difficult to actually deal with on the ground?
You know, words come easier than paying out money. Whatever these people are saying today, unless the bank drafts are delivered with interest, as the Supreme Court has said, for the full amount of the investment to the investors, you know, the issue is still open. And I'd also like to mention at this stage that the gentleman is saying we don't know about other villages. Let me tell you, I know that the Supreme Court judgment is the final judgment of all the courts in India. No court or high court can set aside what the Supreme Court has said. So any petitioner who goes and challenges based using this judgment is likely to succeed. And all such acquisitions, not only in Greater Noida, but in all other parts of the country, because the Land Acquisition Act is the same, are likely to be set aside. And this is a major victory of the farmers, and I do believe that there is now, the farmers are in a bargaining position. The builders and the Greater Noida Authority should be willing to pay full compensation and buy the land without acquiring it. You have taken it at 1,000 rupees, you are selling at 10,000 rupees, you pay 10,000 rupees to the farmers and take the land and give them developed plots and money, and they will all settle.
Right, Mr.
This is
Khanna,
about money.
Mr. Khanna, one more question that the sources are telling us that the Greater Noida Authority also gave away land directly themselves, and something like 4,500 residential plots were given away directly by the authority. Now that will be a problem that would land straight away at the UP Chief Minister's door, isn't it?
Listen, as far as my information goes, senior officials of the UP government have collected money for allotment of each and every plot that has been allotted using discretion by the Greater Noida Authority. All the plot owners who have got plots have not only paid the Greater Noida Authority by check, but have paid bribes to certain officials. Now, it is for investigation to be done to see who are the people who have taken bribes. And that is why I am a supporter of the Lokpal bill that this whole issue is about. If there was a Lokpal, these people couldn't have made these connivance and collected money in bribes and allotted land. It could have been stopped in time by the Lokpal. But because there was no institution of Lokpal, these guys looted. They took first forcibly land from the farmers, then allotted to builders and individual plot holders by taking payment by check and also bribes by cash.
Right.
Now, who is going to unravel this great bribery scam? So the judgment of the Supreme Court is welcome, not only because it has set aside the land acquisition, but it also opened a Pandora's box to ask questions: who are the officials and how much money has been bribed over the course of the last 3 or 4 years when this land was being allotted after forcible acquisition?
Right, Mr.
It's a bribery scam for which none of the journalists, and including channels like you, are not investigating. If there was a Lokpal or Lokayukta, we could have seen some people going to jail. But today, all these people have locked their money, you know, and they are enjoying it merrily, and the farmers and the house investors are left in the lurch.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Khanna. We are working with people like you to further take up this issue, and it is certainly a very important point you made. Had there been a strong Lokayukt or a Lokpal, then the government could not have indulged in these kind of activities as it is alleged. Time now for a look at the other stories that are making news across the country.